Nangahala, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Right away, they'll change the look. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Straight ahead, Gibson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of it,
oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Pickett will look to throw it here. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At their own 33-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Samuel in motion. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's 2nd and 8. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll change things up. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Commanders 14, Steelers 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Let's go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
A handoff running left is Gibson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson
from 13 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
1st and 10 at the 30.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
22 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting...
On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 rapper, 60 rapper.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Samuel in motion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and a couple.
Back to throw again.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ready. 60 Bobcat. Track 60. 79 Bronco.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
Now back to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Ready, set. 70 range, 70 range. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Samuel in motion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
The kicker on for the point after.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Pickett.
Dancing to his left.
Pickett slides down and he picks up the 1st.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
On the jump.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Off play action. Pickett. And this will be caught at the 30. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pickett. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Returning it, here's Hamler. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel. 66 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Steelers 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Najee going to have a Steelers 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He's got it to Gibson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin
With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
3rd down and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Hamler now on the return. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 20. And the Commanders' first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run for it with Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st down goal at the 1-yard line.
Samuel in motion. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll run with Robinson. And this time he is in. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders had 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Dotson in motion right. Second down and a run by Robinson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready up!
They run again with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a give, running left is Harris.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
20-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
In this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's second down.
19 Lions.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got Gibson on the out route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And it's third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.